Good day, everyone. One of the most important things that you have in virtual reality is the ability to transfer from one scene to another. In the sense, if you're gazing at a particular place and if you want to say transfer to the hilltop, you want to use scene transition. This is very useful, especially if you're having a 360-degree video or a walkthrough where you are looking at the bedroom and you want to transfer inside the bedroom. So that time, scene transition becomes very important. So let's look at how do we do scene transition using Unity. We will be continuing on our previous project. So we'll be using the same project to continue to show the scene transition. So let's look that in Unity. First is we create a cube called as scene transition. Let's say, let's add a material to the cube. Let's create a material so that it stands out. So what I want to do is, let me rename this as, now what I want to do is, whenever I look at this cube, I want to transition to a new scene. So before that, let me first create a new scene. And that scene has to be in the same folder as this scene. So let me first create a new scene and save it as yes. Now, this is the, so what should happen is when I'm looking at my cube for too long, it should transition, or when I look at the cube, for now I'm going to use just the look action to look at the cube and transfer to the scene. So when I look at the cube, it should transfer to my current scene, which is the gaze change. So let's look at it how it is done. So again, let's go back. So right now we have a cube over here. So when I look at it, I should be immediately transferred to the new scene. That should trigger. That should be triggered. So now let's see what we can do with this. So first, I need to create a script where it tells the script that, okay, when the user or the object is looking at me, please change to the new scene. Let me do that first. So let me create first a new script called as scene change, and let me start that script. So over here, I do not need the void start and update. So another library I need to add when I'm using this is the scene management library. So as you have seen the Unity engine, I'm going to add another part to it, scene management. So what this does, it allows you to manage the scene or the transition between the scenes. So next, what I want to do is I want to create a public function which says the change scene. So what this function takes is the scene name and using the scene manager, it should load the scene. So this is what the script tells about. So let me go back. Now over here also in the scene transition, I need to create an event trigger. So what I will do is I'll go and create an event trigger, and I want to create only a pointer enter, because what I want to do is as soon as I enter, I want to change the scene. So let me do that. Let me drag and keep it over here. So I have dragged the scene change script over here, and let me access the function, just scene change and change scene. Over here it is asking me, so I have to type out the name accurately of the scene that I want to change to. So this is the scene I want to change to. Okay. Now before seeing the action, I have to do one important step. So I have to go into file, build settings. So do you see the scenes in build? I have to add the open scene as well as the gaze change scene. So I have to tell that these two scenes are there in my overall VR experience. So I have to tell Unity that there are two scenes in my VR experience. That's the reason that when one scene is triggered, it goes to the other scene. So let's look at it whether it's happening or not. Right? See, so let me show it again. So as soon as I looked at the cube, I was transferred to the next scene, the gaze change scene. So let me put something in the gaze change scene just to make sure that you understand that. I'm just putting a normal plane. So as soon as I transfer, I should be transferred over here. So this is what exactly it is. So let me do that. So again, I'll go back and I'll again play. So as soon as I look at my scene change, which is the cube, I should be transferred to the new scene. So you see over here, as soon as I look at, I'm transferred to the new scene. So my scene transition is occurring. And keep in mind that scene transition is very important, especially when you're working in virtual reality experience. So do try out with various scene changes, try to make different scenes and try to move between scenes back and forth so as to have a very good virtual reality experience. Thank you very much.